She was quote unquote, damn near forced to leave. I helped her leave. I'm glad she left. She's in a great spot. Shout out to Dick.
About a week and a half ago, LaVar Ball went live in a stream with Neon. And during that broadcast, he ended up revealing some pretty interesting information to the public.
With my wife, who Tina decided to go her own way. That's why you don't see her right here. But she want to go do something else, that's fine with me. We had our run. So even though she had the stroke and getting older, she would never be like, oh man, she was always beautiful in my eyes until you say, I want to go do something else.
Yeah.
Now you're not as beautiful to me again. And the fact that if you decide to go this way, I'm gonna go that way, that's fine.
That's deep.
It is what it is, man. I mean, like I said, anytime you can find somebody you can stay in love with for a long time, or for one day or whatever, if you can witness that love, that's good. I had that with her.
If you listen closely to what LaVar Ball said, he explained that it was actually his ex-wife Tina who wanted out of the marriage, and that's why he ultimately decided to move on, framing the whole split as amicable. A lot of people praised him for handling it with grace, not showing bitterness, just accepting that things had run their course and both sides moved forward peacefully. But then, during that same stream, something concerning came up.
Then put him a napkin and give him a piece of cornbread over there? Okay. Help me out now. Moving slow. Just take one, but you gotta give him a napkin first, Amor, so they can put, it's a napkin right here. Amor, do what I tell you and we good.
Now, we see this younger Colombian woman. She might be in her late 30s, early 40s, but she's thick.
There's also a new woman in the picture, a younger Colombian woman, possibly in her late 30s or early 40s, who LaVar has been seen with publicly. Someone he's been openly directing, telling her what to do, how to serve him, that kind of dynamic. A number of people who saw this called it disrespectful toward Tina, but that turned out not to be the real story. The bigger issue surfaced just a day or two later when the Ball family, LaMelo and Lonzo, appeared on a podcast together, and Lonzo, the oldest son, revealed what actually happened.
My mom didn't want to leave. She was quote unquote, damn near forced to leave. I helped her leave. I'm glad she left. She's in a great spot. Shout out to Dip. Put her up nice. So she's good. My pops is good. They obviously each other. But I them both, and she was not wrong at all. She did not leave him because he lost his foot. That's a myth that was put out there. What else have I seen? I don't know. But my dad did a great job raising us. My mom did a great job raising us. They didn't work out, and it is what it is, man. They're both doing well, and I love them all.
That moment alone sparked a huge reaction across social media.
Lonzo Ball is trying to justify the breakup between his mom and dad, seeing that she won't come forward and defend herself. He said it in the nicest way possible. She was basically forced out. She didn't want to leave. She was forced to leave. Now, who knows what that means, but it's coming out of her son's mouth. Hey, my mom didn't want to leave, but my dad forced her to. Now, I really want to know what forced her to leave 30 years of marriage, but you heard it from her son's mouth. You know what I'm saying?
In this part of the discussion, the speaker continues reflecting on comments made about LaVar Ball and his past relationship with Tina Ball. The claim being discussed suggests that Tina may have wanted to step away from the relationship, while LaVar's version of events frames things differently. However, it's important to note that much of what is being said here comes from online interpretation, commentary, and secondhand retellings rather than fully verified public statements from both individuals. The narrator then tries to break down the situation from a personal perspective, suggesting that health challenges, including Tina Ball's medical condition, may have played a role in how their relationship evolved over time. These details are often referenced in discussions online, but they are not always presented with complete context or confirmation from both sides, which makes the situation widely debated on social media. From there, the conversation shifts into a broader reflection on relationships, fame, and lifestyle changes. The speaker argues that when someone becomes more successful and publicly recognized, especially in sports or entertainment, their personal life often changes in ways that outsiders may not understand. Increased attention, financial success, and constant public exposure can all create pressure within relationships. The commentary also suggests that LaVar Ball has remained a highly visible personality for years due to his outspoken nature and his sons' basketball careers, Lonzo Ball, LiAngelo Ball, and LaMelo Ball. Because of that visibility, everything connected to his name tends to attract attention, discussion, and sometimes speculation, especially when it comes to his personal life. The speaker then goes on to express a personal opinion about how fame can impact relationships. They suggest that when someone moves from a more private lifestyle into constant public attention, it can change dynamics at home. In their view, financial success, media exposure, and increased social opportunities can sometimes create distance between partners, especially if one person becomes significantly more visible than the other. However, this interpretation is still opinion-based and not a confirmed account of what happened inside the relationship. Different people involved or close to the situation may have very different perspectives, and the full truth is not publicly established. The discussion also touches on general ideas about attraction, temptation, and how public figures interact with people around them. The speaker argues that environments connected to entertainment and sports often bring younger audiences, fans, and constant social interaction, which can further complicate personal boundaries. Again, these are general observations rather than specific verified claims about any one individual. Towards the end of the commentary, the speaker criticizes what they believe to be inconsistencies in how the situation has been described publicly. They suggest that different versions of the story exist, including comments made by family members in interviews and podcasts. However, those statements are often interpreted differently depending on the viewer and the source. Finally, the segment concludes with the speaker's takeaway that relationships involving fame, money, and public attention are often more complicated than they appear from the outside. While the discussion is framed as analysis, it is still largely based on opinion and speculation rather than confirmed facts.